Tomo Nakamura, with a record 6 cashes and 2 wins to his name, is in pole position to take down the Golden Eagle Trophy. But 2 men have a chance to overtake the Japanese underdog. Shannon Shorr, winner of event 1, now looking at his 3rd final table. And Sean Winter, fresh off victory in event 11, looking for back-to-back wins to become the US Poker Open champion. The final table of the 50K main event begins now. Welcome back to Las Vegas. My name is Remco Rinkema, and I'm once again joined by Donnie Peters to provide you with 1 hour of free preview coverage of the 50K No Limit Hold'em main event of the 2022 US Poker Open, live from the PokerGO studio in Las Vegas, just a short walk from the Aria Poker Room. And here's a look inside the room as Ali Najad and Nick Schulman are on the call on the PokerGO main channel. So go check that out if you already have a PokerGO subscription. In the front there, the 60-pound Gold Eagle Trophy, that is what Shannon Shorr is eyeing, along with Sean Winter, the only 2 remaining players who have a chance to knock off Tomo Nakamura, who had his impressive 5th final table appearance on last night's stream. But today, it is no longer in his hands, as Winter and Shorr will need a win to capture the title. The Iron Eagle, Golden Eagle, whatever you want to call it, Sean Winter will take it if he wins event 12. Shannon Shorr will also take it if he wins. And if Winter doesn't win, Shorr can take the trophy with a runner-up finish. Otherwise, Tomo Nakamura is our 2022 US Poker Open champion, which will also get him a $50K cash prize. Here's a look at the payouts presented by Storm X. $756,000 up top and $105,000 already guaranteed for these 6 finalists, and we'll run through all the names in just a minute as we get one more look at the beautiful Gold Eagle Trophy. Chip leader right now, Zhuang Ruan, Donnie. He has to be the favorite coming into this final table.
Yeah, youngster on the scene, brand new on the scene. Showed up last year when we were covering some 50Ks down at Seminole. Won one of them. Actually went heads up with Dan Smith. There's a little bit of backstory there that might come into play at this final table. Then he showed up in Europe playing some super high roller series events over there. Now that he's of age, 21 years old, he's here. He's got a massive chip lead in this 50K finale.
Shannon Shorr and Dan Smith dressed the part for the winner photos, but we're quite a while away from crowning a champion, as this event has 1 hour levels. And looking at the chip stacks and the big blinds in play, we might be looking at a very long, drawn-out battle for the top prize in this tournament, and also the overall USPO championship. Dan Smith, by the way, has exchanged the visor for the cowboy hat. Donnie, are you team visor or team cowboy hat?
Cowboy hat for sure.
We do need more visors in poker in general.
I mean, the visor that he had on just wasn't the best visor. So that visor specifically, it's got to go in the bin.
Shannon Shorr currently in 9th place on the USPO standings, Sean Winter in 12th. And heading into the later stages of the tournament last night, Donnie, it looked as though we were setting ourselves up for a final table that included mostly contenders for the Gold Eagle Trophy. However, in quick succession, we lost Daniel Negreanu, Justin Young, Phil Hellmuth, Chino Ream, and Nick Schulman and Ali Imsirovic. All those players were within striking distance, and now we are only left with Shorr and Winter.
Yeah, a lot of people were in contention when registration closed. Made for a very fun sweat, you know, right up until this final table. Still a fun sweat now, of course, with Shorr and Winter still in the mix. But, you know, could have been a lot more implications that we would have been having to deal with. But makes our job easier that we really only have to worry about 2 scenarios here. Winter looking to do what David Peters has previously done. You know, come in right at the end, win the final 2 events, win the entire series championship. Winter has actually finished 2nd in the USPO standings twice. The last 2 times, both times to David Peters.
That is crazy. And remember, David Peters last year won the final 2 events to take the crown. And In that same run, Sean Winter also eclipsed Ali Imsirovic, who had a commanding lead heading into the final event. Today things are a bit different as Ruan shoves from the small blind to put pressure on Vikenty Shegal in the big blinds. And let me use this moment as the chip leader rakes in his first pot of the day to welcome everyone watching on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We are doing a free 1-hour preview to get you guys a taste of the action while Ali Najad and Nick Schulman are on the call on the main station on PokerGo.com. Use promo code USPO22 to take $20 off the annual subscription to enjoy your PokerGo action all throughout the year, which of course includes high-stakes poker, poker after dark, the World Series of Poker, high-stakes duel. We have a new match coming up real soon between Tom Dwan and Phil Hellmuth. And tonight we have a new episode of High Stakes Poker airing, Donnie, which may or may not overlap with this final table, depending on how long it goes.
Could very well overlap. If you got 2 screens, maybe you can double dip. If not, you'll just have to delay that High Stakes Poker until this one's over.
Meanwhile, Oya raises it up to 55K. Winter throws 7s in the muck pretty quickly. Shorr tosses the Jack-8 suited. Don't think Oya will get much action in this hand. Unless, of course, Ruan wants to play King-Queen suited. We saw Phil Ivey folded on high-stakes poker, but I don't think Ruan is in the folding mood here.
Definitely not. Definitely not with that chip stack.
125.
150.
150.
For everyone that is tuning in on all our social channels, please let us know where you are watching from, and if you enjoy the content, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I just want to say thank you all for joining us here on the broadcast.
Oh yeah, good friends with Timon Nakamura.
Yeah.
I believe they traveled here together, so he might be out there trying to get some bounties for his buddy there who's watching on the sidelines.
7 deuce 6 on the flop, ace high in the lead.
You only got 1 club there, Masa.
Jeff Platt told me that Zhuang Ruan is a big-time solver guy, studies a ton of poker.
I think he has his own solver.
His own solver?
It's called Squid Tool.
That's when you're real serious. When you just decide to figure it out yourself.
Yeah, I remember when he showed up in Florida, we were like, who the heck is this guy? And then he just gets heads up with Dan Smith, sorry.
It's been fascinating to see sort of a change of generations as far as these high roller players go. We were reminiscing about the first U.S. Poker Open prior to the PokerGo studio being completed. We were playing in a temporary studio at the Aria, and it was Stefan Sondheimer and Fedor Holtz that was playing, and plenty more. Brandon Adams was in the mix, and now we have a strong Japanese contingent at this final table. We have Ruan as the chip leader, of course, surrounded by some familiar faces, but there's clearly been a nice influx of new players here on the tour.
Yeah, Shegal is newer too. I mean, he's been around playing these events, but you know, 50K championship final table here is obviously a really big one for him to make. You see Oya backs his way into the flush. Those backdoor flush draws, Remco, they just on the PokerGo tour, I mean, if you have a backdoor flush draw, it's like 40% to come in.
You might as well just get it in there when you see at least one of your suit. Let's see if Oya can get Ruan to bite here. Think back of what you were doing at his age, Donnie. It's just crazy that this guy is at a 50K final table in 2021. You know, let alone this sort of thing happening when Jeff Matson was the new kid on the block in 2006.
375.
But this is a very different time and place. Meanwhile, he bets 375.
I was for sure drunk at some college party. I mean, it's not even a question.
When I was 21, I just got into poker and was playing very low stakes. Playing $4.40 sit-and-goes online, the 180 mans.
God, those are so good.
$216 up top. If you remember those, let us know in the chat. The Hubble free roll.
They don't make online poker like they used to. They just don't. Sorry.
The opponents are just so different.
Kids these days just don't know.
Looks like Oya's going for a call here as his body language.
No gamble, no future, bro.
Yeah. I mean, clearly never folding, but as soon as you see that body language soften up, I always just assume that they have eliminated raising from their thought process. Would you say, Donnie?
Yes, I agree. I'm actually kind of surprised the more and more I watch these final tables and watch these tournaments that these players often, they act on the river like they are never raising. You know, just as you pointed out. And it's like, don't you want to leave open all your options?
Call.
He's 4.
I wonder if Oya would ever fold in this situation. Clearly there's stuff to consider, but it's just a very, very strong hand. And this immediately ties him for the chip lead.
I would have been interested to see Ruan go for 150% pot, 200% pot there, something like that. See what Oya would have done.
Come on, come on. Come on.
Just want to remind everyone that we have a few more decks of cards to give away, signed decks by Antonio Esfandiari.
We're cleaning out the warehouse.
Cleaning out the warehouse bit by bit. Let's say if we had 500 likes on the YouTube stream, we'll give away our first deck of cards. We're at 119 likes as we speak. When we hit 500, we'll give away our first deck of cards. Here's a look at the series summary. Nakamura, 2 wins, 6 cashes, 5 final tables. Sean Winter can clinch it today with a win, and Shorr can clinch it with a top 2 finish, provided that Sean Winter doesn't win. So a lot of interesting sweats going on, but the biggest sweat, of course, is for Timon in general, as he watches one of his best friends play at this final table. So basically, flanked by the only 2 players that are left that can still ruin his day. For George asking on YouTube, is this live? Yes, we are indeed live right now. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button. If you want notifications, hit the bell. Because
I'm curious, that question. We get that question every stream.
We do, yes.
Do people ask that on every stream? And if so, if the answer is no, because you always give the answer yes, because we only do the live stuff, what happened? Did people close it? Do they go find the results? Like what? I want to know what happens. So can the person who asked that question tell me what would happen if the answer was no, please?
The funny thing is, I think I know why this is, and we have a hand going on, so let's just see where this goes. Smith makes a raise. Shegal calls the button with a very strong ace-queen suited, and Oya defends the big blind with 6-4 suited. I think that the reason people ask whether it's live is because during the pandemic, so many YouTube channels were restreaming old content that people were just getting a little weary, whether or not they were watching something fresh or whether it was something from the past. Well, let me tell you, if it's live on PokerGO YouTube, it is live. We don't do that stuff. We might premiere an old episode, but there's a big difference between premiering an on-demand video versus showing a live broadcast.
5 checks over to Shegal. People might be wondering why Shegal didn't 3-bet. And that is because Jake Schindler is super short, and there is a 100K money bubble looming right now.
That's very, very interesting. Schindler indeed. You haven't even seen... Is he even at the table?
He's kind of over, you know, to the left. Just kind of hiding out. Maybe he's hiding out hoping he squeaks into the money. I'd be doing the same thing if I, you know, only had 105,000 chips. He's got 4 big blinds right now.
The funniest answer to the question, is this live, would be no. Both.
Let's just tell people no from now on. Just see what happens.
Acknowledging the question and then giving them the curveball.
That is very true.
Board runs out, a straight for Oya. Small pot though.
I mean, this sort of board greatly favors Oya's range from the big blind.
Bet. 250.
Cowboy Dan gonna toss these in.
Nice new patch for the double up drive. Google double up drive Dan Smith if you want to be part of one of the best charitable initiatives in all of poker. Dan Smith.
Has he won charitable initiative at the awards yet? Because it's ridiculous that he hasn't.
He should get it every year.
Seriously.
Yep.
He raises millions of dollars every single year.
For causes that are vetted by people smarter than all of us combined.
Extremely vetted, great causes, and you kind of have the option to, you know, pick where you want your money to go, that sort of stuff. So it's really a unique fundraiser that he does every single year. Kind of kicks up around the holidays, November, December. There's usually a bunch of matching donations that go in. I want to say Dan Smith himself, Stephen Chidwick has matched stuff in the past, stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. The amount of good Dan Smith has done over the past few years, and he's written some blogs about where the money has gone that he's raised for the double up drive in the past. One thing I can remember is mosquito nets for people in Africa, which is a very efficient way of helping them battle something that improves their life greatly. Big sneeze.
55.
Who was that?
What was the thought?
I was tilted about Dan 3 betting.
Go with the raise. Schindler looking at King 10 suited.
Okay. Is that what he said he had?
Yeah.
I knew they were black. Felt black.
I believe the quote was, "I would never play such a bad hand."
Playing Jack
Misheard you.
Jack 7 off.
What a
Before the
miserable
drink.
spot for Schindler, knowing that he is the one everyone's looking at. And right now he's all in for his tournament life.
Well, he's not all in yet.
80.
85.
He did one of the leave the chip
No,
behind
he's got it,
maneuvers. In
That's what
case some crazy stuff happens behind him, maybe he can find a fold.
That's what the real pros do. Oh, are we headed towards a classic check down, Donnie?
I mean, this is certainly no gamble in the future. I mean, there's just nothing else to explain this.
Call.
Yeah.
Schindler with a chance to triple up here.
I like your positive attitude, Donnie.
Clear.
I mean, you know, he's 40% of the way to a royal flush.
9-8 deuce on the flop, 2 spades. No backdoor flush for Schindler, which obviously would have given him the win automatically. Sixes remain in the lead, with still plenty of ways for Schindler to win this hand. And the one with the worst of it decides to bet out.
I mean, Schindler's probably not feeling so hot right now, but he's not in horrific shape.
Oh, he's gonna be
gonna be so happy
he's
when
gonna be
the
so-
cards get turned over.
He's gonna be so happy when he sees this.
I mean, that's so happy for Schindler, just so
Yeah,
everyone
nothing?
knows.
I have both of them beat.
Oh, look, that's a happy face if I've ever seen one.
Nah, you wouldn't have
6 out for
They-
six
they
outs
both
twice for
have
Schindler,
2 overs.
and of course that running backdoor straight
I
draw.
have 4 overs to fade. Oh man.
Vikenty folded the 6s and clearly not happy with
Ah, you
Oya's
wouldn't
bet,
have folded.
as they could have sent Schindler to the rail if the 6 is held up. 8 of clubs on the turn. Doesn't change a thing. River card is the deuce of spades,
GG.
and Jake Schindler gets sent to the rail as ace high holds up. $0
Bully.
for Jake Schindler. What a terrible
Lucky,
spot.
lucky.
You get to sleep on it, you come
No
back with a
bluff.
short stack, and
No
you walk
bluff.
home empty-handed.
Unfortunate for Schindler there. We'll obviously see him again, though.
I mean, as long as the job done.
All 6 of these remaining players are now
Okay.
guaranteed $105,000. Winter and Shore get that much closer, possibly dethroning Timon Nakamura at the top of the leaderboard.
Let's have a look at the payouts. As Donnie said, 105K guaranteed right now, and 454 PGT points for first, along with the $756,000 top payout. Little over $500,000 for second, 336, 231, and 168 for the players today. That's what they're battling for, and we might see some quick action now as that bubble has burst. Looking at chat if you guys have any questions for us, or if you just want to let us know where you're watching from, if you're enjoying the action, or who you're rooting for. Trying to see if we can get some fun answers. And meanwhile, if you haven't done it already, do it right now. Sign up for PokerGO.com, the annual subscription. Take $20 off by using promo code USPO22 We have 40 minutes left here on the free preview stream, so you can just stay with us for a little while longer before kicking it over to Ali Najad and Nick Schulman on the main broadcast. They will take you home doing commentary on this entire final table, and it might be a long one. It's a good structure. It's good players, deep stacks, big payouts, so no reason for these guys to be in any sort of rush.
Yeah. It will be just painful.
Simone.
Little
What's the worst hand you call?
Sean, these are yours as well.
I give you
Really?
70%, and you can take.
Sean, you use that
I
box,
take
right?
30 of you. You can have 70 of me
38 bigs.
Yeah.
for the trophy, or no, like for the
like
extra money.
Sean,
Really dumb slot.
slide down to that box.
Yeah, you can have 70 of me. If I win, you get 70% of it. If you win, I get 30%.
Probably about right.
If you want. What do you mean later?
I'm going to
Let's
use
see
this.
how it plays out a little bit.
Schindler's trying to do some business.
He's trying to haggle
yeah,
about
what
that
do you want?
50K cash bonus. There's also some stuff at
Alright.
stake for a couple players at this table in terms of getting into the top 16 of the overall
problem.
PGT leaderboard, because
I'm
that,
not done.
Remco, as you know, gets you an invite into the $25,000 buy-in PGT heads-up showdown.
Like 2, 5.
Oya,
like
Shegal, Shannon Shorr are all currently outside
Gotta make him
of the
put
top
a little
16,
name
but could
energy
vault
out
into
there
the top
for
16
himself.
depending on how they finish in this tournament.
Can the lead change on the standings?
The lead cannot change on the standings. Sean Winter is currently 10th. He could jump up to, I'll say, 4th, 5th, something like that. So big jump for him. He'll get up there with Isaac Kempton out in front, Ali Msirovic 2nd, Tony Sinistas 3rd, Sean Perry 4th, Nick Petrangelo 5th.
By the way, the offer still stands. When we hit 500 likes on the YouTube video, we're going to give away a signed deck of poker cards by Antonio S. Fandiari.
The Magician.
Exactly. Rumor has it, he might be jumping into that 25K heads-up showdown.
Yeah, the Magician could appear.
Meanwhile, Oya defends the button
With the Helmuth.
with the Helmuth. Well, the suited Helmuth.
How does it work? What was it? The dirty diaper and then the diaper? But I don't know which one's suited, which one's not.
I guess the dirty one is the offsuit one. Interesting play, Donnie, by Oya to defend there. I mean, are you really defending your button? I guess you are, but in a way, you're also just calling. But we are going heads up to this flop.
Listen, I like a guy who's willing to play some hands. So if Oya wants to get in there and mix it up with some more marginal holdings, let's go.
6-9-8 on the flop. Rainbow, backdoor flush draw, meaning that Oya's got to be the favorite at this point.
Yeah, lock it up.
If anyone has not seen, has anyone in the chat right now not seen the Helmuth Queen forehand? And if you haven't, you've been living under a rock. But that has to be the hand of the year, right? Let's just put that into the universe. I think that's the hand of the year. Based on the turn here for Dan Smith.
I mean, I'm surprised Oya didn't bet on the flop, because I feel like that flop is more attractive for his calling range in position there versus an under the gun open. And I mean, you have queen four. You don't have that good of a hand. So
No.
anytime you can get the steal, the better. Snap fold there for Masa. Couldn't get rid of it quick enough.
Or Orion99 says, when did Dan Smith become a cowboy? Well, when Doyle Brunson gave him this hat.
You said
at
he
Bobby's
folded Queen
room.
Jack of Hearts.
My hand?
Yeah.
King, queen.
Oh, King Queen
He
of Hearts.
didn't get the bet onto the felt.
It didn't even land. Dan Smith picks it up.
Scouting out the competition.
approve?
You didn't do that. What a pro.
I didn't see.
Okay.
Oya remains in the lead with over 100 big blinds. We're going to see a lot more post-flop play at this final table compared to some
You
of
got
the
queens
previous
yet
events.
so far today? Close? Jacks once? Hands?
Queens. We played 4 hands. I folded all of them.
Yeah, you played every hand.
Well, that's not true. You had sixes once. Ace, queen of hearts, another time.
All joking aside about the queen forehand, the full clip is available on the PokerGO YouTube channel, so go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. The queen forehand between Helmuth and Alex Foxen is one for the ages. You should really see it. Nivek on Twitch says, no, never hand of the year, play or luckiest play of the year. Yeah, but depending on how we define hand of the year.
Yeah, we're just talking about like
I thought it
sheer
was
excitement,
half
you know,
queens. When he
craziness.
shoved on my blind.
Not that it's the best hand of the year. That's not
Ah,
what
your
we're saying.
first one was a queen?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
uh,
I
I
immediately
thought it
start
was
wonder-
big. I thought it was
I was
big.
immediately start wondering if it's another queen, what do I do?
Come on. I don't think the man has kings or aces.
I'm starting to adopt your troll strategy, you know?
Oh, I don't think that was a troll, though.
Oh.
I had a king.
And that was the bad one.
I wanted to see you have like nines there.
Muck.
Yeah, right. Go for the win.
Nivek is also asking if I'm the Dutch Remco, and indeed I am.
Is there another Remco?
I was going to say, I think most Remcos are from the Netherlands. Probably all of them. Belgium is also an
There's
option.
no way there's Remcos from anywhere else.
Belgium.
I mean, yeah, but that's basically Dutch. It's half and half, right?
It is half and half. I can understand half that country. The other half, I cannot. I do like croissants. Let us know where you're watching from. Hopefully we have another international crowd today on the stream as Shegal raises it up to 55K with king queen off. Shore calls with
One.
nines.
Fun.
We all know nines are in danger
1.09.
against any queen. Ace Jack 7 on the flop, 2 clubs. Overcards for Shore to face. Shegal can definitely represent this sort of texture with a bet. The opposite check. Look at these outfits, Donnie. How would you... Okay, let me guess. You would be Shannon Shorr at this final table, look-wise. You probably own this exact shirt.
Yeah, probably several years ago. I've gotten away from that, though. I'd probably be
Ruan?
either Shegal or Oya. Just a hoodie.
Hoodie?
And I'm more of a dark hoodie type of guy, so I would, you know, probably go with Oya's.
I probably
Fit
wear a full cycling kit, helmet, glasses,
I
everything.
mean, you gotta look the part, right?
Yeah,
On your bike.
exactly. Check the flop. Let's see what the turn brings.
I for sure wouldn't be
Okay.
wearing anything on my head like Sean Winter.
Right.
But like Dan Smith, I've actually toyed with the idea of wearing a different hat for every World Series of Poker tournament I play this summer.
Wow.
So we'll see how it goes.
Have you ever tried on a cowboy hat?
No, not like a legit cowboy hat, no.
I've tried once, and they said, sir, for your head, we would have to make it custom.
I mean, yeah, sure.
My head is so big. Oh, someone says they know a German Remco. That's kind of funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Probably was born in the Netherlands.
There you go. We have someone watching from Sioux Lookout, Northwest Ontario. Never heard of that place, Lawrence,
Yeah,
but thanks
another fake place.
thanks for
Like
thanks
Bryn Mawr, or what was it? Bryn Mawr,
Bryn
right?
Mawr, yeah.
Yeah. Was that a census designated zone or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shegal bet 80K on the turn. Shore made the call. Jack on the river. Let's see if Shegal fires again. He doesn't. To the people in the chat, how would you dress at your biggest final table of your life? Would you go for the button up? Maybe a suit?
I want to know what Shannon's wearing underneath the rail.
Check. Shore takes it down. Big pot, by the way. This is important stuff to win these types of hands.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think he's wearing slacks?
I mean, is the outfit from head to toe, or is he, you know, like a sweatpants below, like you know that sort of thing?
I think Shannon Shorr has the widest range of possible outfits of anyone. I've seen
Remember
him.
when he used to wear a suit every single tournament?
Yeah, but do you remember before that when he always would wear the Alabama hoodie
Yeah.
with like basketball shorts and flip flops?
Yeah. like every other online pro in the world.
Shannon Shorr graduated University of Alabama. Civil
Lucky
engineering.
lady.
Sharp guy.
Hobbies include mountain climbing. Summited Kilimanjaro. Bluff for rent, Donnie. One of the coolest nicknames in online poker.
Man, I used to love just signing on,
I
full
keep-
tilter, poker stars, sweating the big names, deep in
Let's see.
tournaments, playing some high stakes cash. Those were the days, man.
Oh, we got some.
Back when I was grinding
I
those
might still fold with
440s
3 cards.
on the side.
Those 1170 Sunday Million double shootouts back in the day. Oya with King 5 suited. That's a raising hand. Some funny comments in the chat right now about the outfit of choice. Harry says pajamas. Harry, you're lying. Try again. Hesh says a Superman t-shirt. I like that. Banana suit. Interesting choice. Black warm-ups and an Aria hat, channeling that Philhelmuth energy. Football kit. I'm assuming that's soccer. Because
Yeah, I would say that's soccer.
because there's no jersey type that looks worse than an NFL jersey on a normal human.
I mean, Ryan Reese won it wearing a Calvin Johnson jersey.
Reese the Beast. And didn't McKeon wear the Eagles jersey
Yeah.
on one of the days of the final?
Yeah. I can't remember exactly.
Which player? Do you remember?
I don't remember the player.
It's a good
175.
I know Greg Merson had on the Baltimore Orioles.
Right.
Which is baseball.
Which is one of the worst teams ever.
Very true.
3-bet from Ruan with ace queen off. Gets to take it down. Orion says I wear my lucky t-shirt. Well, do you already have a lucky t-shirt, or are you in the process of generating one by winning a big tournament? This is an important stat. Zhuang Ruan has won over has won over $2 million at the age of 20. That's insane. That is absolutely ludicrous.
It's probably all that solver stuff that he's got working for him.
Definitely. Dinosaur onesie.
Ooh.
Twitch. Borat Keeney. None of you guys would
Bust
be
them all
brave
for me.
enough to wear any of these weird
I don't
outfits.
mind
Let's just
losing
be
you
real.
heads up.
Turtleneck and
Be
board
honest.
shorts, says Kane. Raphael says a bathrobe. You guys are just trying to name as many random clothing
Come on,
items
we'll
as
take
possible.
that.
I,
That's a win for
I
you.
give up. I give up.
He beat me heads up. That's good for you. Perfect.
By the way, we're closing in on
If he beats me heads up,
244,000
that's perfect for
YouTube
you.
subscribers. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. If we
Your
get
buddy
there,
wins and you win.
we'll do a special extra prize giveaway. But only if we get there. Need about 300 more.
I mean, there's no way Oya folds this one, right?
Oya is not the folding type,
He's
Donnie.
the best.
He has that sort of mischievous look in his eyes of,
Like, he just wants to get into trouble.
let's just play some cards.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
See, I'm seeing some options here.
Backdoor, straight, flush, draw Remco,
Lock it up.
give him the trophy.
Steel wheel one time. Smith continues. 40K.
Little quarter pot there. I don't think Oya's going anywhere.
No, and
A lot of options here now for him.
with the way the stacks are, there's not a lot of merit to trying to blow up this pot, but you can easily play multiple streets without, getting into too much trouble. Seems to be a trend these days to continue much smaller and then size up on turn and river. So I wonder what.
Oya doesn't do what the trends say.
No, because he just
He's
check raises.
Check raise.
Yeah.
Let's go. He says, you know what, cowboy? Let's dance.
He says, I'll see your 40 and I'll raise you another 55. Cowboy.
Shegal would have flopped top 2 pair here with the ace 6 of clubs. Dan Smith's going to make the call. Off the 4th tree we go.
What about a spade?
I mean, does it get any better, Remco?
Amazing. This is phenomenal. Straight draw added for Dan Smith, however, Oya already has it. Very interesting turn card. The big question now in my mind is, what does Dan Smith think that Oya deems a good hand range to check raise with on the flop? This is interesting. Go check, check. See, in my shoes right here, I would go for a rather large size because I find it hard to believe that an ace has an easy time folding here. Well, he just puts 2/3 of the pot. The buy-in of this event is a whopping $50,000. And Dan Smith calls, only to see the bad news. Oya turns over.
Great flush.
Close.
To turn over the straight. It's been very quiet at this table, Donnie.
Oh, super quiet.
We need Sean Winter to instigate some stuff. He's my only guy that I think.
But I don't think there's anyone to instigate. I mean, he tried to make a deal with Timon on the rail there, but
Right.
other than that, I mean, Timon shot him down pretty hard. So
Kyle Carroll donates $5 on YouTube. Appreciate it, my man. He says, you guys should do a stat with how many buy-ins they've had lifetime
gonna be a long
and compare
day, but-
their wins. Well, Kyle, we don't even have that information, my friend. And if we did, that'd be kind of intrusive, wouldn't it?
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say all 6 of these guys have a positive ROI lifetime. I don't know what that is, if that's 5% or 500%, but I don't think you get to this level of tournament poker without being a winning player to some degree.
Right.
You know, even if you're selling action, you got to have stats that back up what you're trying to do and people do invest in you. You can't just rock up one day and be like, hey, I'm going to play this 50K. You want to buy my action? Are you winning or a loser? I'm a loser, but, you know, just buy action. We're good.
I'm also a net winner, probably about $77 lifetime.
There you go.
I do have 1 WSOP cash, Donnie. That's sort of like that's sort of my big thing that I'm holding on to right now.
You should hang a banner on the front of your house.
How many do you have?
2.
Wow, he's got me.
Oya here just, I mean, if it's suited, he's in the pot.
Shannon Shorr, pocket 4s. Cannot get rid of Oya on the flop here.
I mean, he's got a backdoor flush draw, Remco, and here it is. Here it is.
Oh my God, my favorite draw is the backdoor flush draw.
I mean, the 4 spades. How brutal is the 4 spades? Check, check, going to the river. Oh, well, it's not the 4 spades, but it's a 4.
Wow, what a river card.
In a lot of ways, it's hard to say, oh, he is supposed to has a 5 here, but then also, I mean, we've seen his cards so far, so if Shannon has any history with him, then, I mean, it's like he could have easily have a 5.
We've seen Shannon Shorr make some big folds this USPO. One that included him flipping a coin.
I might want to get that coin out again.
The beauty for Shorr is that this pot did not get blown up on prior streets, so even if he were to call and lose, it wouldn't cost him all that much. He makes the call. only to muck his set.
It looked like he
Yeah.
first thought he won there, and then was like, actually,
He's
he's
a nice
got the
call.
wheel.
Maybe Oya's the type of player who will quickly show his cards, win or lose.
Well, Shannon, if you win this, you will also earn that Golden Eagle trophy. You could get that job done with a second-place finish as well. How much does that weigh on your mind as you enter this final table?
That would definitely be super cool to win them all around. Obviously, like the goal in building your poker career is to like get to this level and sort of have an opportunity like this. So yeah, it'd be super cool. Hopefully it can happen.
Sum up the level of competition that awaits you today.
These dudes are all super elite, so anything could happen. It should be a lot of fun.
Thank you for the time. Best of luck.
The worst so far.
Super elite. Great way to quantify the opposition
What about
here for
87?
Shannon Shorr, who also belongs in that category
Natural
himself.
eight.
Has Shannon Shorr ever
two.
played a 50K to your knowledge?
55.
I would venture and say yes, but
Yeah, I honestly don't know if he has.
I think he's the type of guy who will pick his spots. So when
75.
he sees a juicy one, he might hop into one. Oh, that music woke me right up, as the best in poker entertainment is now on PokerGo. Sign up or upgrade right now. Use the code USPO22 for $20 off the annual subscription. You get to watch the new season of High Stakes Poker. You get to watch every single thing we've ever put on PokerGo, including all the years of the World Series of Poker main event. So you can go back and watch those old school years, Greg Raymer, Chris Moneymaker, whatever you want to look at. It's all on there, as well as all the bracelet events that were taped back in those days. And let's not forget, World Series of Poker coming up real soon, kicking off from a new location at Bally's. I'm very curious to see how that's going to go. And we have High Stakes Duel coming up, the rematch between Tom Dwan and Phil Hellmuth, playing for... Are they playing for 800K?
This one too.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. 800K heads-up match between those two, and the 25K PokerGo Tour heads-up showdown coming to you in April.
I know. Yeah. See?
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought so because you're just here to. Well, I wasn't in the hand, but.
How are we doing on those 500 likes?
It's funny
Poorly.
you said that because I just said
Come on, people.
Can't feel the love today.
Hit the like button. You gotta. It's Monday. You gotta get us through. I am without a coffee because I forgot to get
the
it.
last
Oh.
person that would do that.
Dear God, help us all.
We have 20 minutes left on the free preview stream before the end of this level, and I'm kicking it over to Ali Nishad and Nick Schulman. But let me tell you this. I just made this up on the spot, and Donnie can attest to it because I'm just sitting here just looking at the monitor.
Great. These are the best ones.
I'm giving away 5 free monthly PokerGo subs if we hit 244,000 YouTube subscribers. So we need about 300 more. And I know you guys are watching in big numbers. We have 4,500 people watching right now on YouTube. So 300 more YouTube subscribers, and I will give away 5 free monthly subs to PokerGo, so you can get a little taste of the action. We have new High Stakes Poker tonight. Jennifer Tilly, Big Pots, Patrick Antonius, all in the mix. Doyle Brunson is in there as well. So we'd love to give you guys an opportunity to check out the action. All you have to do, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if we hit 244,000, I'll give away 5 free monthly subs. And if my math is correct, Donnie, that may or may not include the upcoming high stakes duel match between Tom Dwan and Phil Hellmuth. Here it is.
Like Dan Smith has stepped in it here.
He has King,
Four
You're a
betting
true
all
cowboy.
in.
King 10
That's no
offsuit.
joke.
Recapping the action, Smith made it 75K. Ruan 3-bet to 175, and then Smith went for the shove for 600K with King 10 offsuit. Ruan snapped him off with the Ace King suited,
I wonder how much of the history between these two came into play. Yesterday, Ruan won a massive pot off Dan Smith, 3-betting from the small blind with 8-9 of diamonds.
Oh, we hit 500 likes. That's good news. Ace on the flop here. Ruan takes a commanding stranglehold, I want to say, on this hand. Smith down to runner. 9 on the turn, and that'll do it. Dan Smith eliminated in 6th place. A min cash comes his way for $105,000. He will not be pleased with that. He dressed up for the occasion, and he does not get to show off his great outfit on the winner photo. See you later, Cowboy Dan. I hope your horse is waiting outside. We picked up enough likes, Donnie, for our first Antonio Esfandiari signed deck of cards giveaway.
Fire it.
We'll do it right now.
That's
We'll do it right now. All you have to do in the chat is tell us what your favorite Las Vegas casino is.
Yeah, to my neighbor.
Favorite Vegas casino in the chat
You're
right
looking
now.
at me.
I'll do a random draw in about 2 minutes for
Usually
who
you
gets a
look at
signed
who
deck of
you're
cards by
talking to,
Antonio Esfandiari.
You're right,
By the
yeah.
way, all prizes can only be claimed on Discord. Discord.gg/PokerGo. Sign up, become part of our community. Have fun, hang out, learn more about Vegas, poker, and all the sports action you want to be a part of.
Yeah, get in that watch party channel, chat along, watch along. We do watch parties every Monday for the new high stakes poker episodes.
All right, we're flowing. Chat is flowing.
In every U.S. Poker Open Series.
Meanwhile,
Ooh, looks like I'm seeing a lot of Aria there.
a lot of Aria. Aria Bellagio,
Come
basically,
on.
it's the 2 spots.
Hand wants to see flop. Damn.
If you're just tuning in,
That's
smash like and
painful.
subscribe. We need about 250 more subs to give away 5 free monthly subscriptions to PokerGo.
I can raise, just raise.
You're watching a 50K buy-in,
I
no
like
limit
it.
hold'em final table.
Or good, basically.
Good one to shove.
A good one to show.
A good one to see.
Our interests conflict.
Yes, at this point, yes. Hopefully it will switch it a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Friendly back
Staying out
and
of
forth
your
there
way.
between the big and the small stack. All right, at the end of this hand, I'll pick a winner from the chat. All you have to do is let us know what your favorite casino is to enter the draw.
All 5 remaining players now guaranteed $168,000.
It's a lot of money, Donnie.
Heck of a lot of money.
Do you think anyone will be happy with that?
I mean, Oya will, for sure. I mean, he might be like a little bit stung at first if he were to bust, but ultimately I think he'll be happy. He just seems like he's happy about everything.
He's a happy guy.
That's what I
agree.
mean, you know.
Heads up between Shegal and Oya. I keep thinking of Steven Seagal when I see his name.
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough.
Deuce Jack 4 on the flop, rainbow. Backdoor flush draw for Shegal, giving him the edge in my mind. However, Oya's made top pair.
That's 25.
About 200 more subs before we hit 244,000 for the 5 free monthly PokerGo subscriptions.
You guys gotta hurry up too, because this is only an hour free preview. 12 minutes left, so you know, if we don't hit it, you guys are just out of luck.
We got to apply the pressure here on the stream on the free preview. All right, after this hand, I'm going to spin the wheel, pick a winner for that signed deck of cards.
There really is no reason why you should not be subscribed to the
Yeah.
PokerGo YouTube channel. Just no good reason whatsoever.
Exactly. If you're watching this, I can guarantee you you'll like everything else that we post as well.
I mean, Remco, we got another backdoor flush draw working here.
I know.
It's every time.
Every time.
It's unbelievable.
Diamond is coming, Shegal. Don't fold now. Meanwhile, Oya is shuffling his time extensions. Shegal is probably betting in anticipation of the flush that he's about to make.
75.
Appreciate all the longtime subs as well to the YouTube channel. We're just trying to generate more awareness as we have plenty more live streams to come this year. Some will be free previews, but some will be full streams.
10 seconds.
The one thing I can guarantee you is that we are releasing daily new clips on our channel from our latest shows, as well as a blend of some old school content.
Play all in.
Wow, shove there
Oh.
from Oya to put
Wow.
Shegal at risk.
That's bad.
That is not what he was hoping for. Can we rabbit hunt one time? I want to see whether the diamond would have come. We need to bring back the rabbit cam.
We don't even need to have the rabbit cam because we know the diamond is coming.
Mess with the best, die like the rest.
Oh,
Keep
there it
checking
is.
out
5
his
players
time.
remaining. Oya in the chip lead. Just a cool $750,000
For it. I mean, what the
up for grabs here. All right,
We've got
spinning
one
the wheel.
swirl and one angle so far.
That's a pretty good strategy. I mean,
And everything not unintentional, right?
Yeah, think so.
I know, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've played with him enough.
I mean, it was just 6-3.
And the winner is Margaret Wilson.
6-3.
Margaret,
I mean, he had it.
Margaret, congrats.
Check 9.
You said Excalibur.
Jack 9?
Check
I
9.
haven't been there in forever.
Free.
I once
55.
got kicked out of the poker room at Excalibur.
No,
Did
I
they-
believe
did
you.
they have
I
the-
just
the
mad at
digital
myself.
poker room?
No, it was a
I
legit
fought
poker room.
for the trap.
Margaret.
I mean, Remco. I mean, come on.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Cooler alert. Cooler alert. Margaret, send us a message on Discord. Discord.gg/PokerGo. Myself, Remco, R-E-M-K-O, or Donnie. We are both admins on the Discord channel. You can just message us with your address and we'll send you the deck of cards.
125.
55K raise from Shorr. Action on Oya. Oh, and another ace has gone there. He makes it 125. Shorr started the hand with 39 big blinds. It's quite a lot. Steelers is wondering why they have to pay. Well, we also want to provide exclusive coverage for our subscribers who are also getting a lot more than just this action, high stakes poker, among others. This stuff, as you might expect, is not free to make. There's a massive production team putting together these phenomenal poker shows. We appreciate the support from everyone. Seeing lots of marketing geniuses in the chat. I promise you, you have no idea. Closing in on that 244,000 subscriber mark.
All in.
Play all in.
All in from Shorr and a snap call from Oya. Oh my God, he runs into it.
Wow.
Shorr is devastated.
His face says it all.
Timon.
I mean, this is a good bet for
Who are you
Timon as
rooting
well,
for?
because if Shore goes out, he's one step closer to that Golden Eagle trophy.
All
It could be done.
Timon has to do is fade Winter
For you guys.
or
yeah.
Shorr winning this
I
tournament.
mean,
This
it's-
is like
And
watching
he is
you
the US
yesterday.
Poker Open champion.
Yeah.
This is a huge one.
I haven't even played a hand in 2 days. I'm just making 50,000 a hand.
How crazy is that?
That is pretty crazy.
8, 5, 10 on the flop. Back doors is what Shorr needs. Running kings,
Yeah, that's
running
fine,
Broadway is what he's looking
It's a
for.
fun game. You don't get to play.
Oya is
hands
about
when
to
you make
take a
money.
commanding chip lead here. And we're about to be down to 4 players unless Shorr gets some serious help. 5 on the turn is not going to do it. The river is irrelevant as Shannon Shorr grabs the backpack and heads out
Good game.
with $168,000 payday.
I don't mind losing you heads up. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh boy, Shannon Shorr not happy at all. Devastating result there for him, finishing in 5th place. Oya, meanwhile, is running out of space to stack all the chips.
You
Love
really
it.
are making 50,000 a hand so far.
Yeah, it is.
Very close.
Something.
We're
More than
four-handed.
10.
Thanks everyone for tuning
It's like
in.
more
This is a
than 20.
50K
We both
buy-in.
played like more
I
than
mean, this hand was
$756,000 for
Probably
the winner.
played 3 orbits.
Everyone now
18
guaranteed
hands.
$231,000.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fast 50.
Timon is rooting on his buddy, giving
I
him a
get
little
second
fist
in every
pump from the
USPO.
rail.
It's so stupid.
Sean Winter is the only player remaining
I'm big blind.
Who can take the crown?
I don't want to
from
get
Timon
second anymore.
Nakamura.
That's exactly
Does
what you
work
should
cut out
do.
for him too.
Complain a little bit
He
more.
has to win the
Have the
tournament.
strategy, and then
Wow.
start working.
What's the complaint? I'm happy with second.
Oh, you happy with
I would
second?
take second place right now and get second in USPO. What's the
Yeah,
complaint?
Sounds like you.
Sean Winter also realizing that getting second with the current chip standings would be an amazing accomplishment. Meanwhile, he picks up ace-king in the small blind, hoping for some action from Ruan in the big. Queen 5 off, however, probably not going to do it. Ooh, we're closing in 150 subs remaining before we hit that epic
85.
244,000 mark. Oh, hello. Ruan with the raise making it 85K. Shout out to Candace
All
in
in.
the back there. One of the phenomenal tournament staff here at the Aria. Winter with the shove. Ruan with the snap fold.
What does he keep telling you? Just make a straight every hand, man. Just make a straight every hand. Just cooler people. Just, I mean, he's telling you the right things.
Sean Winter quietly up to 33rd on the all-time money list with over 20 million in earnings.
Come on, come on.
Come on, Timon.
I mean, it's destiny, man. Oh yeah, here picking up 2 jacks. Is it even fair?
Tim Duckworth in the chat probably fell onto
mean,
his
I don't
caps lock
mind being
button.
Runner up.
Might have to ban him. Oya with the jacks. By the way, if you enjoy our PokerGO community, if you want to learn first about our latest shows, if you want to play in our yet-to-be-created future online poker game, which will be a free roll, join us on Discord, discord.gg/PokerGo. We are quickly expanding our Discord offering. We have strategy talk, post your stack. We do giveaways. We do all sorts of fun stuff.
Wow.
But you got to be in there to
Wired.
find out about it.
Every hand.
Discord.gg/PokerGo. We are
This is
closing
the
in on
first hand he's had all
2,000
day
members.
besides the aces.
That's true. Yeah.
The heater starts now.
The heater's already been happening.
This is like watching Ali play final tables. Just bang, 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 bang.
Final call here for you guys to subscribe to the channel. We're probably not going to make it, but I promise you on the next stream we'll do more fun giveaways. Appreciate everyone chiming in from all over the world.
Do better, chat.
Donnie, let the people at home know what else they can expect before WSOP rolls back around.
Well, the first thing we got is we got Super High Roller Series Europe coming up from Cyprus. A lot of these players that were playing at the USPR are going to head on over to North Cyprus. Get on in there at Merit Poker, battle in some huge
easy.
high-stakes tournament,
Taking it
including
easy on you.
Super
take it
High
easy.
Roller Bowl Europe, $250,000 buy-in. That's coming up. After that, PGT Heads Up Showdown, the first ever PGT Heads Up Showdown. 32 players, top 16 on the PGT leaderboard. When this event concludes, get an invite. Then there'll be 16 special invitees that are also in there. We're currently running High Stakes Poker. I know we've talked about it already on this stream. High Stakes Poker Season 9 is running now. Brand new episode today, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. It is episode 6 today of the 14-episode season. Every single Monday night, a new episode drops. And then, of course, World Series of Poker is coming up. So, yeah, tons of stuff, man.
Tons of stuff for real poker fans. Winter bets 50K with top set. Oya sees a backdoor flush draw, decides to go for it. 7 on the turn gives him a pair, but also gives Winter the check mark.
Check.
Oya checks once more. I wonder if Oya is going to stay in this one.
That 130.
135 is the bet from Winter, hoping for a customer. Oh, wow. That is very, very interesting. Check raise from Oya. How is Winter going to proceed? Because we can all see he's got the nuts.
It's quite ambitious.
Winter doesn't have a whole lot behind if he were to call. However, that might be the play to see if Oya barrels off into him. Oya, meanwhile, knowing that his friend is one elimination away from locking up the trophy, is now bluffing against that same player with absolutely nothing. He does make the call. To the river we go. Four of hearts completes the board. Winter only has 365k left, with 860 already in the middle.
So you're gonna pull that trigger.
40.
Oh, wow.
Call.
Snap call. Top set. That is a first dent in the stack of Oya. But more importantly, Sean Winter is back in business, doubling up to 1.6 million chips, giving himself a real chance to now battle with Oya and Ruan
Whoever was a 4, right?
with his eye
Whoever was a 4, right?
on the Gold Eagle Trophy and the 50k cash prize on top of whatever he'll win in this tournament.
You got
Final hand of
your
this
work cut
free
out for
preview
you.
Hey,
stream as we are
I think
approaching the break of the
I'm
tournament.
making 50,000 a hand now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oya explaining how that went wrong to his buddy.
Lucky.
Oh my god.
I'm just glad I didn't have, like,
Shout out
9s
to
or
everyone
something.
watching, subscribing, and liking the video. We'll be back with more free streams very shortly. And if you are a PokerGo subscriber,
Did you
you can
call the
head on
fines?
over to
I don't know,
PokerGo.com
man.
right now
I don't
to
know.
watch the action
He's been
covered by
showing
Ali,
up with big
Najad,
hands,
and Nick
like,
Schulman.
probably
Let's see
not.
this final hand here.
Nice hand.
We're
Come
doing
on,
a watch
come
party
on.
tonight on Discord
Come on.
for the new release of High Stakes Poker.
70-30, no? Okay. No problem. I wouldn't mind losing them heads up, to be honest. I really wouldn't.
Ruan with the raise, Shegal looking on King 9 suited. Given how short he is,
It's been a great week for Japan. Great week for Japan. Love to see it. Too many people from U.S. winning in here.
That's right, Sean. Bring out the international players. Let's go.
Sean Winter about to get a Japanese passport at this rate.
What's up?
150,
115.
150,
Shegal makes it 115.
150.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I wonder
15.
if Ruan sees through this.
Well, I wonder if Shegal did this with any options left in his mind other than to call, if he were to be shoved on. You got to have a plan, right? If you're in Shegal's shoes here, whether it's call or fold, there needs to be a plan. However, doesn't need it. Ruan kicks him in.
Lucky
Shegal.
ladies? I'm just kidding.
Shegal
You're
wins his
due,
first
man,
hand
you're
in
due.
quite a while. All right, that is it for us. My name is Remco Rinkema, Donnie Peters alongside of me. Thank you so much for tuning in to this free preview stream as live coverage continues on PokerGo.com. Ali Najad and Nick Schulman will take you home and to crown a champion at the U.S. Poker Open as well as a winner in this 50K No Limit Hold'em tournament. $750,000 up top for the champion. Thanks so much for watching. This was the free preview. We'll catch you guys the next time.
That waits.
Also played a lot of Minecraft and League of Legends, did Zhuang Ruan.
Yeah, I've spoken to him.